Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. No matter what time you're watching, welcome. Let me know in the comments. What town are you watching this story from? If this story popped up for you, it's because it deserves to be heard. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more like this. The sun was already scorching my neck when I stopped the old pickup truck by the fence. The cattle were quiet under the old oak tree, waiting for the heat to pass. Just like me, I'd learned not to fight with time. It had been 5 years since Mary had passed, 5 years since this ranch in Harmony Creek, Oklahoma, became a place of echoes. I talked to the cows, the horse, the crickets at night. I talked to myself, too. A 53-year-old man talking to the kitchen wall about the price of corn. The smell of dry earth rose from the roads. It was October, time to wait for rain. But I wasn't expecting anything anymore, just living. Getting up before the sun, taking care of the animals, fixing fences, sleeping early. Every day the same, every day empty. Mary always said I was too stubborn. "John, you don't let anyone get close," she'd say, stirring the stew. Now I understood. After she was gone, not even I could get close to myself. The afternoon was dying when I heard a different noise. Not wind, not an animal. People crying. I grabbed my hat and went out on the porch. The noise was coming from the road where the gate always stays open. I walked slowly, but my heart was already beating faster. No one had come here in a long time. It was a woman, young, skinny, sitting in the dust with her head in her hands. The blue dress was dirty, her bare feet cut. She was crying softly, like she didn't want to bother even the wind. I stopped a few yards away. Didn't want to scare her. "Miss?" She raised her head. Red eyes, sunburnt face. Must be in her early 20s. Pretty, even hurt, but what stood out most was the scared look, like a cornered animal. "Please don't send me away," she said, her voice trembling. "I have nowhere to go." I stood there, not knowing what to do. I hadn't had a visitor in years, didn't know how to treat people anymore, but those eyes begging for help stirred something inside me. "How did you get here?" "Walking. For 3 days. 3 days walking in the prairie sun." The girl was almost fainting. "Get up," I said, holding out my hand. "Let's get you in the shade." She hesitated but took my hand. She was hot with fever, shaking even in the heat. I helped her to the porch and brought fresh water from the filter. "Slowly," I said, watching her drink desperately. "Slowly, or you'll get sick." "Thank you," she whispered. "Thank you, sir. John Batista. I'm Anna Clara." Her name hung in the afternoon air. Anna. It had been a long time since I'd heard anyone's name in this house. Just my own name, which I said to myself sometimes, so I wouldn't forget who I was. "Are you hungry?" She nodded, ashamed. I went into the kitchen. There was some leftover rice and beans from lunch. I heated it on the wood stove, cut a slice of cheese, made strong coffee. When I came back, she was asleep in the rocking chair, the same chair where Mary used to sew. I stood watching her sleep. She looked like a lost girl. Her chest rose and fell slowly, her cracked lips slightly open. A pretty girl, but marked by life. You could see it. When she woke up, it was already night. The crickets were singing loudly, and the full moon lit up the yard. "Sorry, I fell asleep," she said, startled. "No need to apologize. Here," I showed her the plate on the porch table. "Eat before it gets cold." She ate slowly, like she hadn't seen real food in a long time. I sat on the other side, drinking coffee, trying to understand how this girl had appeared in my life. "Where did you come from, Anna?" She stopped eating. The fork hung in the air. "From far away," she said without looking at me. "Very far away. Are you running from something?" "From someone." Her voice became tiny. The fear returned to her eyes. I didn't push it. Everyone has their secrets. I had mine. "You can stay tonight," I said. "Tomorrow we'll see what to do." "I don't have any money to pay." "Who said anything about money?" She looked at me surprised. like kindness was a rare thing in her world. And maybe it was. I fixed up the guest room. No one had slept there in 5 years. I changed the sheets, left a clean towel. When I showed her the room, Anna stood in the doorway looking. "It's really mine." "Yes, a real bed. A real bed." She went in slowly, like she was stepping into a sacred place. She ran her hand over the mattress, the pillow. Then she turned to me. "Why are you being so good to me? You don't even know me." "I don't know either," I answered, and it was true. Sometimes we do things without knowing why. "Good night, Anna." "Good night, Mr. John." And thank you. I closed the door and went to my room, but I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the girl next door, about her scared face, about the story she didn't tell, about how she said someone when I asked if she was running. For the first time in 5 years, my house had someone sleeping in it, and as strange as it was, it felt good. It was like the loneliness had taken a break. Outside, the crickets kept singing, but now their song didn't seem so lonely. I woke up before the rooster crowed, as always, but this time it wasn't habit that got me out of bed. It was a noise in the kitchen. Anna was there, messing with the stove. She had lit the wood and put coffee on, her hair tied in a messy bun, her feet still bare. When she saw me, she blushed. "Sorry, I didn't mean to. I thought you were still asleep." "It's okay," I said, taking the mug from the shelf. "It's been a long time since I woke up to the smell of fresh coffee. It's the least I can do." "You don't owe anything, Anna." "Yes, I do. Food, shelter, kindness, all that has a price. Not to you." She looked at me differently, like she was trying to understand who I was inside. Mary used to do the same thing. She'd study me until she figured out what I was feeling. "Mr. John," she said softly, "can I stay a few more days until I find a place to go?" "You can stay as long as you want. I don't want to be a burden." "You're not a burden. You're company." The word came out on its own. Company. It had been so long since I'd said that I even surprised my own voice. Anna was surprised too. "There's a lot of work on a ranch," she said. "I can help. What do you know how to do?" "Cook, clean, take care of chickens, garden. My grandmother taught me before she died." "And your parents?" Her face closed up right away. "I don't have parents." "Sorry, I didn't mean to." "It's okay. I just prefer not to talk about it now, okay?" I understood that she carried deep wounds, just like me after Mary left. Some pains we can only talk about when we're ready. And Anna wasn't. After coffee, I showed her the ranch. The cows in the pasture, the pigs in the pen, the chickens scratching in the yard. Anna looked at everything with shining eyes, like it was the first time she'd seen a place of peace. "It's beautiful here," she said. "Quiet. Too quiet sometimes. I like the quiet. Noise scares me. More clues about her life. Noise was scary. What kind of noise? Shouting, arguing, fighting. We went to the garden. It was half abandoned after Mary died. I only planted the basics: tomatoes, onions, lettuce. Anna bent down and ran her hand over the earth. "This soil is good," she said. "You could plant a lot of things here. Eggplant, okra, kale, peppers. Plant whatever you want." "Really? Really? It's been a long time since this garden saw a woman's hand." Anna smiled. It was the first real smile I'd seen on her face, and what a difference it made. Her eyes were less sad, her face younger. She really was pretty. We spent the morning fixing up the garden. Anna worked willingly, as if she were planting hope along with the seeds. I stood watching her work. It felt good to see someone taking care of that piece of land that had been forgotten. At lunchtime, she made a meal I hadn't eaten in years. Beans just right, fluffy rice, chicken stew with potatoes. The table was fragrant, colorful, just like old times. "Where did you learn to cook like this?" I asked. "From my grandmother, Nusa. She said that food made with love feeds more than food made with hurry. Your grandmother was wise. She was. She was the only person who ever really loved me in my life. And after she died?" The fork stopped halfway. Anna was quiet for a long time. When she spoke, her voice came out different, harder. After she died, my life became hell. Why? I went to live with my stepfather. Bad man, very bad. She didn't say anything else, but she didn't need to. The way she said bad man said it all. The way she shrunk in the chair, the fear that returned to her eyes. I understood what kind of man her stepfather was. He hurt you? Anna didn't answer with words. She just nodded, looking at the plate. And you ran away. I ran. One night when he was drunk, I grabbed the few clothes I had and started walking. I didn't know where to go. I just wanted to get away from him. Does he know where you are? No. At least I hope not. The fear in her voice made me worry. If this man showed up here looking for her, there would be trouble. Anna, I said, if he comes after you, he'll have to go through me first. She raised her eyes. They were wet. Why are you doing this for me? Because everyone deserves a place to feel safe. But you don't even know me. I know enough. I know you're a good person. I know you've suffered. And I know you deserve a chance to start over. Anna started to cry. It wasn't crying from sadness. It was crying from relief, as if she had been waiting a long time to hear those words. No one has ever said that to me, she said through tears. Well, now someone has, and they said it because it's true. In the afternoon, Anna took care of the chickens while I fixed a broken fence. She talked to the animals, just like Mary used to. The chickens seemed to like her. They followed Anna around the yard, scratching near her feet. When the sun began to set, we sat on the porch. Anna had made chilled cashew juice. We sat there drinking, watching the sky turn orange. Mr. John, she said, can I ask you something? Sure. Were you married? I was. 5 years ago, my wife passed away. I'm sorry. Mary was a good woman, like you. I don't know if I'm a good person. Why do you say that? Because sometimes I think bad things. About my stepfather, about what I would do if I could. That doesn't make you a bad person, Anna. It makes you a hurt person. There's a difference. She thought about that, I thought about it too. Was I a good person? After Mary died, I had also thought bad things. About life, about God, about why good people leave and bad people stay. Mr. John? Yes? Do you feel alone? Every day, me too, even when there were people around, I felt alone. And now? Now, I don't know. It's different here. We were silent, watching the first stars appear in the sky. It was a good silence. It wasn't the heavy silence of loneliness anymore. It was the silence of two people who didn't need to talk to understand each other. Anna, yes? You can stay here as long as you want. This house has room for you. And if my stepfather shows up, we'll deal with that if it happens. But you don't need to be afraid anymore. Not while you're here. Anna smiled again, the second real smile of the day. And I realized something. It had been 5 years since I'd seen someone smile on my porch. It felt good. It felt very good. That night, before going to sleep, I heard Anna humming softly in her room. A song I didn't know, but that sounded like a prayer or like a promise that better days were coming. And for the first time in a long time, I believed it could be true. A week passed. Anna had become part of the ranch. She woke up early, took care of the animals, kept the house clean. But what stood out most was how she had brought life back to the place. The flowers on the porch were pretty again. The smell of home cooking returned. Even I was different. I shaved every day, changed my shirt more often. On Friday, Anna was watering the garden when old Joe from the general store arrived. He came to pick up some eggs that I always sold him, but when he saw Anna, he stopped the pickup and got out with that curious look on his face. Well, John, you didn't tell me you had company, he said, taking off his hat to greet Anna. This is Anna, I replied. She's helping me with the house. Pleased to meet you, girl. Joe Silver, but everyone calls me Old Joe. Anna gave a shy wave and went back to the garden, but I saw that she got tense. She didn't like meeting new people. "Pretty girl," old Joe said softly when Anna walked away. "Where's she from?" "Far away." "Far like where?" "Joe, did you come to get eggs or ask questions?" He laughed, but I understood he wasn't going to stop there. Old Joe was a good person, but a gossip. In 2 days, Anna's story would be running all over Harmony Creek. That night, while we were having dinner, Anna asked, "Is that man going to keep asking questions about me?" "Maybe. Small town, that's how it is. What if someone tells my stepfather where I am? How would he know you're here? He knows people. He's got trucker friends who drive all over the country. If the news spreads..." I saw the fear returning to her eyes. Anna dropped her fork, put her hand on her stomach. "Excuse me," she said, and ran to the bathroom. I heard her throwing up. I went after her, knocked on the door. "Anna, are you okay?" "I'm okay." Her voice came out weak. "It's just nerves." "Are you sure?" "Yes." But when she came back to the table, she was pale. And I noticed that in the last few days, she had thrown up other times, always early in the morning. "Anna," I said, "you're not sick, are you?" "No." "Why? You've been throwing up a lot." She blushed, poked at the food without eating. "It's just nerves. When I'm worried, my stomach gets upset." But something in the way she was acting told me it wasn't just that. Mary sometimes threw up like that too, especially in the morning, when she was... "Anna, what? Are you pregnant?" She stopped everything. The fork hung in the air. Her eyes filled with tears. For a moment I thought she was going to deny it. But then she saw there was no use in lying. "I am," she whispered. The world spun. A pregnant girl alone, running from a stepfather who did God knows what to her. The situation was much more complicated than I imagined. "How many months?" 3. "Anna, I didn't even know what to ask. The father is..." She started to cry. A desperate cry from someone who had kept a heavy secret for too long. "It's him," she said between sobs. "It's my stepfather." I felt my blood boil. A man who should have been protecting her had done that. A disgusting old man who abused a defenseless, orphaned girl. That son of a bitch. I couldn't finish the sentence. "Please, don't kick me out," Anna begged. "I know it's harder now, but I have nowhere to go. I have no one in the world." "Who said anything about kicking you out? Everyone kicks out single pregnant women, especially when it's like this." I got up, went to her. Anna was shaking like a leaf in the wind. I took her hands in mine. "Listen carefully to what I'm going to say," I said, looking deep into her eyes. "You're not going anywhere. This baby is not to blame for anything, and neither are you. The only one to blame is that son of a bitch who did this to you. Even knowing everything, especially knowing everything." Anna cried even more, but now it was crying from relief. She threw herself into my arms and cried on my chest. I stood there, stroking her hair, feeling the pain of a girl who had suffered horribly. "Don't let him find me," she asked. "Please, don't let him." "I won't. As long as I have breath, I won't." That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Anna, 3 months pregnant, running from that animal. I thought about the baby that was going to be born. I thought about the responsibility that had fallen into my lap. Mary always wanted to have children, but we couldn't. Maybe it was her, maybe it was me, we never knew. And now, suddenly, there was a pregnant girl sleeping in the next room. God's ways were truly mysterious. On Saturday morning, I woke up to the sound of heavy rain. It had been raining for hours, the kind of rain that floods everything. Anna was in the kitchen making coffee, but she seemed worried. "Does it always rain like this here?" she asked. "In October, yes, it's the rainy season." "What if he comes looking for me on a day like this? With this rain, I have no way to escape." "He's not coming, Anna." "How are you so sure?" "Because cowardly men don't go out in bad weather, and whoever does what he did is a coward." But I wasn't so sure. I kept an eye on the road all day. The rain didn't stop, and Anna got more and more nervous. She threw up twice. I did what I could to calm her down. but I saw that the fear was growing. In the afternoon, the power went out. We were in the dark, just with candles. Anna came to sit next to me on the couch. She was shaking. "With this darkness, he can arrive without us seeing him," she said. "No one is going to arrive, Anna. The road is impassable with this rain. What if he does? If he does, he'll have to go over my dead body." Anna rested her head on my shoulder. We stayed like that, listening to the rain hitting the roof. It was strange. It had been so long since I had someone close to me. The warmth of her body, the smell of her hair, it reminded me of Mary, but it was different too. "Mr. John, are you afraid of anything?" "I am." "Of what?" "Of not being able to protect you, of not being man enough to face what comes. You've already protected me more than anyone in my life. It's not over yet, Anna. There's still a lot ahead. The baby. What about the baby? Are you going to be able to look at him without remembering how he was made?" I thought about her question. It was a difficult question. Fair. "Anna," I said, "this baby is yours. Only yours. It doesn't matter who the father is. What matters is that you're going to love him. And I'm going to help you raise him right. Even being a child of rape," the heavy word hung in the air, rape. That's really what had happened to her. A man had raped his stepdaughter for months until she got pregnant and ran away. "Especially being," I replied. "This boy needs to know what real love is. He needs to see that not every man is like that son of a bitch." Anna cried again, but this time it was crying from gratitude. She kissed me on the cheek, a kiss wet with tears. "Thank you," she whispered. "Thank you for accepting me like this." "There's nothing to thank." The rain continued all night. Anna slept on the couch in the living room next to me. She said that with the storm, she couldn't be alone in the room. I understood. Sometimes fear is greater than shame. In the middle of the night, she started moaning in her sleep. She was having a nightmare. She said no, softly, moved her arms as if she was defending herself from someone. "Anna," I called, shaking her gently. "Wake up." She opened her eyes, startled, sweaty, panting. "It was him," she said. "I dreamed he had found me. It was just a dream. It seemed so real. He's not going to find you, Anna. Not while I'm alive. What if you die? What if he kills you and takes me away? That's not going to happen." "How do you know?" "Because I'm not going to let it." Anna snuggled closer to me, her body warm, trembling with fear. And there, in the darkness of the room, with the sound of the rain outside, I understood that my life had changed forever. I was no longer just John Batista, a widowed rancher. I was the man who had promised to protect Anna and her baby. And I was going to keep that promise no matter what it cost. "Mr. John, what if I die in childbirth?" "You're not going to die. But if I die, will you take care of my son?" "You're not going to die, Anna. Promise you'll take care?" "I promise. But you're not going to die." "How do you know?" "Because God wouldn't be cruel enough to take you from me too." The words came out on their own. "Take you from me too." As if Anna was already mine. As if she had been part of my life for years, not for a week. She must have noticed what I said because she was quiet for a long time. Then she whispered, "I don't want to leave either." "Then don't. Even with the baby?" "Especially with the baby." "What if people talk?" "Let them talk. What if they say you're living in sin?" "The sin is leaving a pregnant woman helpless. The sin is what they did to you." Anna sighed deeply. Her body relaxed a little. "Thank you for existing," she said. "Thank you for having appeared." We stayed like that until dawn, she sleeping in my arms, I guarding, protecting her from the ghosts of the past and the fears of the future, and thinking how strange fate is. A week ago, I was a lonely man who talked to the walls. Now I was someone who had a family to protect, a tiny, scared family, but mine. When the sun rose, the rain had stopped, but I knew other storms would come. And when they came, we were going to face them together. 2 weeks had passed since the night of the storm. Anna was different, more relaxed, but also closer. Sometimes I caught her looking at me in a way I couldn't decipher. It wasn't just gratitude, it was something else. Her belly started to show. It was small still, but you could notice it when she wore a tighter shirt. Anna would put her hand on her belly sometimes, talking softly to the baby. I pretended I didn't see, but I saw. And that stirred something inside me in a strange way. Doc Anthony came on a Thursday. I had asked him to take a look at Anna without telling him many details. I just said that she was pregnant and needed care. "The girl is fine," he said after examining her. "Baby growing normal, but she's very thin. Needs to eat more." "I do eat," Anna defended. "She eats, but she throws up a lot," I completed. "It's normal at the beginning of pregnancy, it will pass. But I want her to take these vitamins." He gave me a prescription. "And no heavy work." After the doc left, Anna was quiet. She was sitting on the porch, messing with the prescription paper. "What's wrong?" I asked. "Vitamins are expensive." "So what? I don't have money to pay." "Who said you were going to pay? I can't live on charity my whole life." "It's not charity, Anna, it's care." "What's the difference?" "Charity we do out of obligation. Care we do out of love." The word escaped. Love. Anna raised her eyes to me, surprised. I was surprised myself, but it was true. At some point between that first night and today, I had started to love her. Not just with affection, not just with protection. Real love. The kind that makes your chest hurt when the person leaves. "Mr. John," she started to say, but I raised my hand. "You don't need to say anything now. I just wanted you to know. I went to town to get the vitamins. At the drugstore, I ran into Mrs. Lords, who knew everyone in Harmony Creek. She looked at the prescription with curiosity. For your wife, John? For a friend? Pregnant friend? Yes. It's good that you're taking care of someone. I haven't seen you smile in a long time. Am I smiling? You are, and it looks good on you. On the way home, I thought about what Mrs. Lords had said. Was I really smiling? It had been so long since I paid attention to my own face. When I arrived, Anna was in the kitchen making bread. The house smelled of yeast and cinnamon. She had flour up to her elbows, a spot of dough on her nose. She was concentrated, her tongue out like a child doing homework. "Did you get the vitamins?" she asked without taking her eyes off the dough. "I did. And you, what are you doing?" "Sweet bread. My grandmother made it for the neighbors to sell. I thought about making some to take to town to help with the expenses." "Anna, you don't need to." "Yes, I do. I'm not going to stay here just eating and sleeping. I want to help somehow." I saw that it was important to her. After a lifetime of depending on people who hurt her, Anna wanted to contribute, to feel like she was worth something. "Okay," I agreed. "But don't overdo it. Remember what the doc said." "I remember." She smiled, and again I felt that tightness in my chest. How pretty Anna was when she smiled. Her eyes sparkled, her whole face lit up. And to think that for years she had no reason to smile. On Saturday, we took the breads to town. Anna had made 2 dozen, each one more beautiful than the other. At Mr. Manuel's bakery, he tasted one and his eyes widened. "Girl, who taught you to make bread like this?" "My grandmother." "Your grandmother was an artist. I can sell everything you bring. And I pay well." Anna was radiant. On the way back, she counted the money for the 3rd time. "I can't believe I earned this making bread," she said. "Believe it, and it's yours by right. I'm going to save it for when the baby is born. Diapers, little clothes. Anna, what, have you thought about a name?" She was quiet. The joy disappeared from her face. "How am I going to name a baby that was made like that?" "Easy. You forget how he was made and remember that he is your son. What if it's a boy? What if he looks like him?" "Anna, listen. This baby will carry your blood, your love, your education. He may even look physically like whoever, but inside he will be like you. Good, caring, strong. Strong? Me? You ran away from home pregnant, walked 3 days in the sun, arrived here alone. If that's not strength, I don't know what is. Anna thought about what I said. Then she whispered, "If it's a girl, I want to call her Mary, like your wife." My heart raced. She wanted to name my Mary to her baby. "Are you sure?" "I am. You talk about her with so much affection. She must have been a special woman." "She was. Like you. I'm not special. You are. And if this baby carries a little of my Mary's strength and a little of your kindness, she will be an incredible person." Anna smiled with tears in her eyes. And there, on the dirt road, with the golden late afternoon sun, I understood that I was completely in love with her. It wasn't just protection, it wasn't just affection. It was the love of a man for a woman. The kind of love that builds a life together, that shares dreams, that stays until the end. On Monday, Anna felt sick in the morning. She threw up more than usual, felt dizzy. She lay down in bed and didn't get up until the afternoon. "I think I ate something that made me sick," she said, still pale. "I'm going to call the doc. It's not necessary. I'm already better." But on Tuesday she felt sick again, and on Wednesday too. I started to get worried. Anna was thinner, even taking the vitamins. She ate little because she threw up a lot. "Anna, we're going to the doctor. I don't want to go to town." "What if someone recognizes me?" "Who? You said your stepfather doesn't know where you are." "What if he does? What if someone has told him?" The fear returned to her eyes. Anna lived with this constant anguish of being discovered. Sometimes she woke up startled in the middle of the night, thinking she had heard the sound of a car. "Okay," I agreed. "I'm going to bring the doc here again." But Doc Anthony was traveling. He wasn't coming back until Friday. Anna continued to feel sick. On Thursday morning, she fainted in the kitchen. I was in the pasture when I heard the noise of the fall. I ran home. Anna was on the kitchen floor, unconscious, her face white as paper. "Anna!" I shouted, picking her up in my arms. "Anna, wake up!" She opened her eyes slowly, confused. "What happened?" "You fainted. How are you feeling?" "Dizzy, and with pain in my belly." Pain in her belly. 4 months pregnant. That could be dangerous. "We're going to the hospital. Now." "No, There's no discussion, Anna. We're going." I carried her in my arms to the pickup. Anna was weak, her head heavy on my shoulder. During the way, she held my hand. "What if I lose the baby?" she whispered. "You're not going to lose it." "What if I do?" "We'll take care of you anyway. Even if there's no more baby, even if there's nothing else." "You misunderstood, Anna. I'm not here because of the baby. I'm here because of you." At the Harmony Creek Hospital, Dr. Carla examined Anna for a long time. She ordered an ultrasound, a blood test, measured her pressure several times. Anna was nervous, holding my hand tightly. "The baby is fine," the doctor said finally, "but you are dehydrated and malnourished. You need to stay in the hospital for a few days." "Stay?" Anna was terrified. "No, I can't stay here." "Why?" Anna looked at me, asking for help. "Doc," I said, "Anna has some personal problems. She's running from a bad situation." "Having her name in a hospital—" "I understand," the doctor said seriously. "Domestic violence? Something like that. Then let's do the following. I'm going to give her serum here, prescribe some stronger medicines for nausea, and you take her home. But you have to take good care of her. No work, lots of fluids, light food, and if it gets worse, bring her back right away. You can count on it." "And one more thing," the doctor said, looking at both of them. "Are you married?" Anna blushed. I hesitated. "No," I replied, "but I take care of her." "I'm going to write you down as responsible then. What's your full name?" "John Batista Ferreira." "And you?" she asked Anna. "Ana Clara dos Santos." "Age?" 22 years old. The doctor wrote everything down on a form. Ana Clara dos Santos. It was the first time I heard her full name. Beautiful. It suited her. We went home at the end of the afternoon. Anna was better after the IV, but still weak. I helped her lie down, made chamomile tea, brought light soup. "Thank you," she said after drinking the soup, "for everything, for taking me to the hospital, for talking to the doctor, for—" "Anna." "What?" "Stop thanking me. You would do the same for me." "Would I?" "You would, because you're a good person, and a good person takes care of who they love." Again the word slipped out. Love. But this time I didn't regret it. It was true. I loved Anna. I loved her pregnant, scared, fragile. I loved her strong, making bread, taking care of the garden. I loved her whole, with past, present, and future. "Mr. John," she said softly, "can I say something?" "Sure. I'm also starting to feel something for you." My heart almost jumped out of my mouth. "What kind of something?" "I don't really know. It's different from everything I've ever felt. It's affection, care, wanting to be close, wanting to make you happy." "Anna, I know it's complicated. Me pregnant with this whole story. It's not complicated. Yes, it is. I don't even know if I'll ever be able to. After what happened to me, I understood what she meant. After what her stepfather did to her, Anna was afraid of intimacy, afraid of men getting close, and it was natural." "Anna, listen," I said, holding her hand. "There's no rush for anything. If one day you want to try something between us, it will be in your time. And if you never want to, I'll still be here the same way. What matters is you being okay. What if I can never be a real woman for you? You're already a real woman for me, the way you are now. You don't need to be different," Anna cried. But it was crying from relief, crying from someone who was carrying a weight and could finally share it with someone. "How are you so good?" she asked. "I'm not good. I'm just a man who found the right person." "Right person?" "You, Anna. You're the right person for me." That night, Anna slept in my bed. Nothing happened. She just wanted to be close, to feel safe. We stayed talking softly in the dark, sharing stories of childhood, dreams, fears. "Mr. John? Do you think I'll be a good mother?" "I think you're going to be the best mother in the world." "How do you know?" "Because you already take care of everyone. The chickens, the garden, me, and you do it with love. Baby needs that, only that." "And you? Will you be a good father?" Her question caught me by surprise. Father? Anna was calling me the baby's father. "I don't know," I answered honestly. "I've never been a father, but I'll try." "You'll manage. You're already taking care of us." "Of us? Anna, the baby, and me. A family." "Anna? What? If I asked you to marry me, what would you say?" Long silence. I thought she had fallen asleep. Then she whispered, "Ask again in a few months, when I'm more prepared to answer." "Okay, I'll ask, and I'll think about it carefully." I fell asleep that night with Anna by my side, her hand in mine, the future uncertain but full of possibilities. For the first time in 5 years, I didn't feel alone. For the first time since Mary left, I felt complete. Outside, the crickets were singing as always, but now they were singing for a family. Small, improvised, but ours. December arrived with dry heat and cicadas singing. Anna was in her 5th month of pregnancy, her belly already quite round. She had gained a little weight, her face was no longer sunken. Her hair shone, her skin had gained color. She was beautiful, more beautiful every day. The routine of the ranch had settled down. Anna woke up early with me, took care of the chickens, made bread to sell in town. I took care of the cattle, fixed what was broken, planted corn for the dry season. In the afternoon, we sat on the porch, and she sewed little clothes for the baby, tiny of all sizes. She didn't know if it was a boy or a girl yet, so she made them yellow and green. "Mr. John," she said one Tuesday while sewing a diaper, "are you afraid of childbirth?" "I am," I answered without lying. "What about you?" "Very. My mother died in childbirth when I was born." "What if—" "Anna, don't think about it. But what if it happens? Who's going to take care of the baby? First, nothing is going to happen to you. Second, if it happened, I would take care of your son as if he were my own blood. Even if he isn't. Especially if he isn't. This baby is proof of your love, of your strength. It's the most important thing you're going to leave in the world. Anna smiled, her hand on her belly. He moves a lot at night. Seems like he wants to run out. Just like his mother, I joked. He was born to be smart. I hope he's born looking like me inside. Outside it doesn't matter. Why do you say that? Because if he's born looking like him, it's going to be hard to look and not remember. Anna, I'm going to say something, and I want you to remember it well. It doesn't matter who this baby looks like. He's going to be raised by you, by me, with love and care. He's going to grow up knowing that he is loved, protected, wanted. The rest doesn't matter. Promise that if I die, you're not going to die. But if I die, promise that you'll tell him that I loved him from the first day. That even being made that way, I wanted him. I promise. But you yourself are going to tell him that when he grows up. That afternoon, we went to Planaltina to get more vitamins. Anna wasn't so afraid to go out anymore, but she still got nervous in places with many people. At the pharmacy while we waited, she held my hand. If anyone asks, you're my husband, she said softly. Why? Because single pregnant women attract attention, and attention is the last thing I want. Okay. On the way back, we stopped at a baby store. Anna was enchanted with the little clothes, the cribs, the toys. I bought a small shirt, blue with yellow ducks. For my son, I said to the saleswoman. Anna blushed, but smiled. My son. The words came out naturally, as if they had been true for years. On the way home, she was quiet, messing with the little shirt. Mr. John, yes, you said my son there in the store. I did. Was it just to disguise it, or it wasn't to disguise it? So this baby is my son. He may not be of my blood, but he is of my heart, and that's worth more. Anna started to cry. She cried about anything lately. The doc said it was normal, pregnancy hormones. But I knew it wasn't just that. It was emotion itself. Years of coldness and rejection being compensated with affection and acceptance. No one ever wanted to give me a family, she said through tears. And you gave me family, home, name, future, everything. You gave me too, Anna. You gave me a reason to wake up every day. Even with me being spoiled. You're not spoiled, you're hurt. There's a difference. What? Something spoiled can't be fixed. Something hurt heals with care. We arrived home in the late afternoon. Anna went to make dinner. I went to take care of the animals. I was milking the cow when I heard the noise. Car engine going up the road, visitor. I went to the gate to see who it was. An old blue Ford Pinto, dusty. Inside, a man alone. Grey hair, mustache, around 50 years old. When he saw me, he stopped the car and got out. Good afternoon, he said. Are you the owner here? I am. John Batista. How can I help you? I'm looking for a girl. Anna Clara. I have information that she may be around here. My blood ran cold. The stepfather. He had found her. I don't know any Anna Clara. I lied, trying to keep my voice steady. Are you sure? Young girl, around 20 years old, brown hair, skinny? I'm sure. The man looked at me suspiciously. He had small, malicious eyes, the face of someone who did evil and liked it. You know, I'm sure she's here. Someone told me they saw her in town, buying medicine for pregnant women. You must be mistaken. I'm not mistaken, no. Anna Clara is my stepdaughter. Ran away from home pregnant, the tramp. I came to look for her. Anger rose in my throat. That son of a bitch was talking about Anna as if she were his object. I already said I don't know any Anna Clara. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Look here, friend, he said, getting closer. I don't know what story that girl told you, but she's a liar. Always has been. And now she's pregnant by another man, wanting to blame me. I just want her back to take care of what's mine. What's yours? The baby. He's my grandson. My blood. I wanted to pounce on him right there. My grandson. The bastard still had the nerve to say it was his grandson. As I said, I don't know this girl. Now get out of my property. Are you sure you're not going to regret hiding her from me? Is that a threat? It's a warning. The man got in the car and left. But before leaving completely, he stopped, looked at the house, at the porch where Anna sometimes stayed. He was marking the place. He was going to come back. I ran to the house. Anna was in the kitchen, but she had heard everything. She was white, trembling with both hands on her belly. It was him, she whispered. It was Valdemar. He's gone, but he's coming back. I know he's coming back. If he comes back, he'll have to face me. You don't know him, Mr. John. Valdemar is dangerous. He's already killed people. He's already been arrested. And I'm not afraid of him. I am. I'm very afraid. He's not going to give up. He never gives up on what he wants. Anna started to feel sick. She sat down on the chair, panting. I'm feeling pain, she said. What kind of pain? In the belly and in the back. We're going to the hospital. No. What if he's waiting on the road? What if it's a trap? Anna was panicking. The pain in her belly could be from the fright, from the nerves, or it could be from the baby. With 5 months of pregnancy, anything was dangerous. Anna, take a deep breath. Let's think calmly. He's going to take me away. He's going to take the baby. He's not going to take anything. As long as I have life, he's not laying a hand on you. What if he kills you? He's not going to kill me. He killed others. He killed a man who owed him money. He spent 3 years in jail. Anna, listen. I'm going to call old Joe, ask him to come here and stay with you. I'm going after this Valdemar. I'm going to talk to him, man to man. No, Anna got up startled. Don't go after him, please. He's capable of anything. Then what do you think we should do? Run away. I get my things and run away again. I'm leaving here before he comes back. Where to? I don't know. Anywhere far away. Anna, you're 5 months pregnant. You can't keep running around the country. I'd rather die on the road than go back to him. The pain in her belly increased. Anna doubled over, groaning. This is a contraction, I said, recognizing the signs. Mary had lost 2 babies. I knew what it was like. It can't be. It's too early. We're going to the hospital now. What if he's there? We'll deal with that later. First, we're going to take care of you and the baby. I carried Anna to the pickup. She was in pain, but also terrified. She kept looking in the mirrors, thinking Valdemar was following us. Mr. John, she said, holding my hand while I drove, if I lose the baby, you're not going to lose it. But if I do, promise you won't abandon me. Promise you'll still like me even without the baby. Anna, I like you, not the baby, not the situation. You, the woman you are. Even with me being so scared, especially you being courageous. Courageous. Me? You ran away from home to protect the baby. You're facing all this alone. If that's not courage, I don't know what is. At the hospital, Doc Carla examined Anna quickly. These are stress contractions, she said. The baby is fine, but you need to stay calm. Any strong emotion can cause premature labor. She's being persecuted by her stepfather, I explained. The man showed up at the ranch today. I understand. I'm going to give her a light sedative, and you need to think of a solution. Constant stress isn't good for a pregnant woman. What kind of solution? Anna asked. Have you thought about getting married? Married woman has more legal protection. Anna looked at me. Marriage. We had talked about it, but always as something for the future. Now it became an urgent need. We can get married tomorrow if needed, I said. Even with all this confusion, Anna asked, especially because of the confusion. On the way back, Anna was quiet. The contractions had stopped, but she was still tense. Mr. John, yes? If we get married, are you going to want us to be husband and wife for real? Anna, I already said, we're going at your pace. If you're never ready, I accept it. The wedding is to protect you, not to serve me. What if I'm ready one day? Then we'll see. No rush, no pressure. You're too good for me. I'm the one who doesn't deserve you. We arrived home when it was already dark. Before entering, I checked if there was anyone nearby. The ranch was silent, but I felt like I was being watched. Let's go to bed early today, I said. Tomorrow we'll solve the marriage situation. What if Valdemar comes back during the night? He's not coming back. Men like him act during the day. They like to see what they're doing. But I wasn't so sure. I left the shotgun loaded next to the bed, and I stayed awake until late, listening for any strange noise. Anna slept badly. She had a nightmare, woke up several times startled. Every time that happened, I stroked her hair until she calmed down. He's going to find me, she whispered in the dark. He's not. How are you so sure? Because I'm not going to let him. In the middle of the night, when Anna finally managed to sleep well, I kept thinking about the situation. Valdemar knew where she was. He was going to come back, probably with other men. I was just one. He could bring as many as he wanted. But there was one thing he didn't know. I loved Anna more than my own life, and a man in love defending the woman he loves is capable of anything, even of dying if necessary. I looked at her sleeping face, beautiful even in tiredness, even in fear. Anna had become my reason for living, her and the baby she was carrying, my family, and we protect family, whatever it costs. Outside, the crickets were singing, but now their song seemed different. It seemed like a warning. It seemed like they were saying, "Get ready, John. The storm hasn't passed, it just gave a truce." And I was going to prepare. Because when Valdemar came back, and he was going to come back, he was going to find a man willing to do anything to protect what he loved, even if it meant giving his own life. Anna moved in her sleep, her hand searching for mine. I held her delicate fingers between mine, working hands, calloused but still soft. Hands that cooked with love, that took care of the animals with affection, that stroked the belly where our son was growing. Our son, yes, now there was no more doubt. That baby was mine as much as hers. It didn't matter who had planted the seed, who was watering, caring, protecting was me, and I was going to continue being until the end. The day dawned gray, with heavy clouds on the horizon. Anna woke up still scared, but determined. "Let's get married today," she said, "before he comes back." "Are you sure?" "I am. I want to have your name, Mr. John. I want to be your wife for real." "Anna, not for the bed. I'm not ready for that yet. But for everything else. To share life, problems, joys, to be a family. Then let's get married. Today. And that's how, on a cloudy December morning, we decided we were going to get married. Not out of passion, not out of impulse, out of love, and out of the need to protect ourselves. Because sometimes love needs to turn into marriage quickly, when there are wolves at the door and lambs to protect. We got married on a Wednesday morning at the Harmony Creek Courthouse. Anna wore a light blue dress that we bought the day before, the only one that fit her 6-month belly. I was wearing a white shirt and dress pants, the only ones I had. There was no party, no guest, just the two of us, the justice of the peace, and 2 witnesses that the courthouse arranged. "Do you, John Batista Ferreira, take Ana Clara dos Santos to be your wife?" asked the judge. "I do," I replied, looking into her eyes. "And do you, Ana Clara dos Santos, take John Batista Ferreira to be your husband?" Anna hesitated for a second, not out of doubt, but out of emotion. She was crying. "I do," she said, her voice trembling. "Then, by the power vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Done." Ana Clara dos Santos was now Ana Clara Ferreira, my wife, officially. We left the courthouse holding hands. Anna held the marriage certificate as if it were a treasure. "Now I'm your wife for real," she said in the car. "How does it feel?" "Protected. For the first time in my life, I feel protected, and I feel complete. On the way back, we stopped at the town church. Anna wanted to light a candle. "What for?" I asked. "To thank you for having appeared in my life, and to ask for protection for our baby. Our baby." She had said our, not my, not the baby. Our. Inside the small church, Anna knelt in front of the image of the Virgin Mary and was silent for a long time. I stood behind, respecting her prayer. When she got up, she was calmer. "I asked my grandmother to look out for us from heaven," she said, "and for your wife too, for them to help me be a good wife for you. Anna, you don't need to be anything other than what you already are." "Yes, I do. You deserve a whole woman, not a broken woman. You're not broken, you're hurt, and hurt heals." We returned to the ranch in the mid-morning. Anna went straight to make lunch. I went to take care of the animals, but we were both nervous. At any moment, Valdemar could appear, and now he was going to find Anna married, with another name, protected by law. In the afternoon, while Anna was sewing, old Joe from the general store arrived. He came to bring some orders and heard about the wedding. "Well, John, you got married and didn't invite your friends?" he said, a little offended. "It was a quick thing, Joe. Anna is pregnant. I didn't want to wait too long." "Ah, I see." He winked. "Shotgun wedding, huh? But the girl is good, you can see it. She's the best person I've ever met. And when is the baby due?" "March," Anna replied. "First belly?" "It is. Then get ready. First child is always hard work." After old Joe left, Anna was worried. He's going to keep talking about how we got married because I was pregnant. So what? People are going to count. They're going to realize the baby isn't yours. Anna, stop worrying about what people are going to think. What matters is what we know. What if Valdemar finds out I got married? He's going to be even more furious. If he does, that's his problem. But Anna was right to worry. Valdemar was a dangerous and possessive man. He was going to be furious knowing she had married another. That night, Anna wanted to sleep in my bed again. It wasn't desire, it was fear. She had nightmares every time she slept alone. "Mr. John," she said in the dark. "What? Now that we're married, are you going to want your husband rights?" "Anna, how many times am I going to have to say it? I don't have any rights over you. I only have the right to love you and protect you. But every man wants... I'm not every man, I'm your husband, and a real husband waits for his wife to be ready. What if I never am? Then it's never going to happen, and it's okay." "Really? Really?" Anna snuggled closer. She was wearing a cotton nightgown, her round belly brushing against my arm. "Can I ask a question?" she said. "Sure. What was it like with your first wife? Did you guys get along well on that side?" The question caught me by surprise. Mary and I had a normal married life. Love, affection, intimacy, nothing extraordinary but good. "We got along well," I replied. "But every relationship is different, Anna. What I had with Mary was one life. What I have with you is another life. Better or worse? Different. You can't compare. I wanted to be able to be a real woman for you. You already are. No, I'm just a scared person you sheltered. Anna, listen well. You're my wife. You're the mother of my son. You're the woman I love. It doesn't matter if we have intimacy or not. That doesn't change anything about what you represent to me. What if one day I can overcome what happened to me? Then we'll see. No rush, no pressure. Do you have the patience to wait?" "I have a lifetime of patience." Anna kissed my face, a kiss of gratitude, of affection, not of passion, but of pure love. "Thank you for loving me even being like this. Thank you for having appeared in my life." 2 quiet weeks passed. Anna was better, safer. The wedding had done her good. She felt protected, officially part of a family. Her belly grew, the baby moved a lot. Sometimes I put my hand on her belly and felt the little elbows. "He's going to be feisty just like you." Anna laughed when the baby kicked hard. Or stubborn like his mother. I'm not stubborn. No? Who ran away from home pregnant because she didn't accept being in a bad situation? That's not stubbornness. It's protective instinct. Then our son is going to be protected just like his mother. Life had returned to normal. Anna made bread to sell, took care of the house, talked to the baby in her belly. I took care of the ranch, took her to medical appointments. At night, we sat on the porch watching the stars. It was on a Friday that everything changed again. I was in the pasture when Anna came running, or trying to run with that big belly. "Mr. John!" she shouted. "There are people on the road." I looked in the direction she was pointing, 3 cars going up slowly. Valdemar had returned, and this time he wasn't alone. "Get in the house," I ordered. "Lock the door. Don't go out for anything. And you? I'm going to resolve this. There are 3 cars. There may be 10 men. It doesn't matter how many there are. Mr. John, let's run away. Through the back of the ranch on foot. They won't be able to follow us in the woods. Anna, you're 7 months pregnant. You can't be running in the woods. I'd rather die running than let them take me. No one is going to take you. Now go inside." Anna looked at me desperately but obeyed. She ran to the house as fast as she could. I grabbed the shotgun and went to the gate. The 3 cars stopped about 50 yards away. 6 men got out. Valdemar in front, the others behind. Bad people, you could see it. Face of someone who was used to violence. Good afternoon, John," Valdemar said, smiling. "I came to get my stepdaughter. There's no stepdaughter of yours here." "There is. Ana Clara. By the way, now she's called Ana Clara Ferreira, right? I heard you guys got married." "So what? So marriage is worthless when the woman is already committed to another. Committed how? She carries my son, my blood. That makes her mine. The filth of that man made me want to throw up. He talked about Anna as if she were his property. That woman is my wife. She's pregnant with my son, and you're invading my property." "Your son?" Valdemar laughed. "You really think that baby is yours? Ana Clara is a tramp. She got pregnant by anyone and came to hide here. Get out of my land. I'm going to leave, but I'm taking her with me, over my dead body. If necessary," Valdemar made a sign to the other men. "Look, John, you seem to be a good person. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm going to take Ana Clara anyway. The question is, are you going to make it easy or are you going to make it difficult?" "I'm going to make it difficult." "Then you chose to die for a woman who isn't even yours for real. She is mine. Legally, morally, and out of love." "Love?" Valdemar laughed again. "You fell in love with the first woman who gave it to you after your wife died. That's not love. It's neediness." His words hit me. For a second, I doubted myself. Was it just neediness? Had I confused loneliness with love? But then I remembered Anna's smile, the affectionate way she took care of everything, the conversations on the porch, the kiss of gratitude she had given me, the way she said, "Our son now." "You're mistaken," I said. "It's love, yes, and we defend true love until death. Then prepare to die." Valdemar made another sign. The men began to spread out surrounding the house. I was at a disadvantage. 6 against 1. And they came prepared for violence. "Last chance, John. Hand over the woman and you stay alive." "No." "Ana Clara!" Valdemar shouted towards the house. "Get out of there! You know there's no use hiding." Silence. "Ana Clara, if you don't come out, I'm going to kill your little husband there. He's going to die because of you." The door of the house opened. Anna appeared on the porch, pale, trembling, the huge belly under the blue dress. "Don't hurt him," she shouted. "Please don't hurt John." "Then come here." "Anna, no," I shouted. "Go back inside." "If I don't go, they're going to kill you," she said, tears running down. "I can't let you die because of me, and I can't let you go with him. There's no other way." Anna began to descend the steps of the porch. Each step was a stab in my chest. "Anna, come back," I pleaded. "Take care of our son." she said. "If something happens to me, take care of him. Nothing is going to happen to you. If it does, tell him that I loved him from the first day and that you were the kindest man I ever knew." Anna, no. But she continued walking towards Valdemar, and I knew that if she got to him, I would never see her alive again. That's when I made the hardest decision of my life. I pointed the shotgun in the air and fired. The sound of the shot echoed across the field. Everyone stopped. "The next shot isn't going to be in the air," I shouted. "It's for whoever tries to take my wife." "John, no!" Anna shouted. "They're going to kill you. I'd rather die defending you than live knowing I handed you over to him." Valdemar was furious. "Get him," he ordered the others. That's when the miracle happened. Sirens. Police car going up the road at full speed. Old Joe had heard the shots and called the police, or maybe someone in town had seen the strange cars and suspected something. It didn't matter. What mattered was that the cavalry had arrived. "Police!" shouted the sergeant, jumping out of the patrol car. "Everyone stop!" Valdemar and the other men were speechless. They had come prepared for violence, not to deal with the law. "What's going on here?" the sergeant asked. "These men invaded my property," I said. "They're trying to kidnap my wife." "Kidnap nothing," Valdemar protested. "Anna Clara is my stepdaughter. She ran away from home pregnant. She's of age and married to me. I showed the marriage certificate. And she's being threatened by this man." The sergeant looked at the documents, then looked at Anna. "Ma'am, is it true that these men are trying to take you by force?" "It is," Anna said, still trembling. "I ran away from home because he hurt me, and now he wants to take me back." "She's lying!" Valdemar shouted. "She's a tramp who—" "Shut up," the sergeant ordered. "Ma'am, do you want to make a formal complaint against this man?" Anna looked at me. I nodded. "I do," she said. "I want to report him for rape." The word fell like a bomb. Rape. Anna had said it out loud in front of the police. "She's crazy!" Valdemar protested. "I never laid a hand on her." "Then why are you here trying to get her back by force?" the sergeant asked. "And with 5 armed men? You all are going to have to come with me to the station. We're going to clarify this story right." While the police arrested Valdemar and the others, Anna came running to me. Or trying to run with that belly. "Mr. John!" She threw herself into my arms, crying. "I thought they were going to kill you. I thought they were going to take you away." "Never! I'd rather die than go back to him." "You're not going back. Now he's going to answer in court for what he did to you. What if he manages to get away? What if—" "Anna, relax. It's over. Valdemar was arrested in the act of trying to kidnap you. With 5 witnesses. He's not going to get away easy." "Are you sure?" "I am? Now you are safe? Really?" Anna cried on my chest, but now it was crying from relief, crying from someone who carried heavy fear for too long and could finally drop the burden. "Thank you," she whispered. "Thank you for not handing me over to him. I was never going to hand you over. I'd rather die. And I was never going to let you die because of me. Then we're both stubborn." Anna laughed through her tears. And at that moment, with the police taking Valdemar away, with Anna safe in my arms, I knew that the storm had really passed. Now we could live in peace, husband and wife, waiting for our son to be born. A real family, protected by law and by love. The nightmare was over. The new life was beginning. 3 months later, on a March morning with the sun still fresh, Anna began to feel the pains. It was 4 in the morning when she woke me up, her hand squeezing my arm. "John," she whispered, "I think the time has come." I jumped up. We had been waiting for this moment for weeks. The maternity bag was ready, the car fueled, the way to the hospital decorated by heart. "Are you sure?" I asked, seeing her double over in pain. "I am, and the pains are coming every 5 minutes. During the weeks since Valdemar's arrest, Anna had changed a lot. The constant fear had given way to a serenity that I had never seen in her. She slept better, smiled more, touched her belly with affection instead of anguish. It was as if, free from the threat, she could finally allow herself to be happy. "Let's go," I said, helping her to get up. "The day has come to meet our son." Our son. The words came out naturally now. During those months I had talked to the baby in her belly, sung lullabies, made promises about the future we were going to build together. That child was mine in every sense that mattered. At the hospital, Doc Carla examined Anna and confirmed she's in labor, but it's the first child. It may take a while. Let's take it easy. Anna squeezed my hand during each contraction. Sometimes she moaned softly, sometimes she just took a deep breath. I stood there beside her, stroking her hair, whispering words of encouragement. "Does it hurt a lot?" I asked during a stronger contraction. "It does," she replied, panting. "But it's a good pain. It's the pain that's going to bring our baby." During the long hours of labor, we talked about everything. About the name if it was a boy, Peter, like my father. About how we were going to raise the child. About the dreams we had for the future. "John," Anna said between contractions, "do you regret anything?" "What about?" "About taking me in. About marrying me. About being here now, waiting for a child to be born who isn't your blood." "Anna, stop talking nonsense. This boy is my son. And you're the best thing that's ever happened to my life. Even with all the confusion, all the suffering, especially because of the confusion. If it had been easy, maybe it wouldn't be worth so much." "I love you," she said, through tears of pain and emotion. "I love you for real, John. Not out of gratitude, not out of protection, out of love itself. I love you too, Anna. More than anything in this world." It was the first time she had said, "I love you," that way. Without fear, without doubt, with the certainty of someone who has finally found their place in the world. At 2 in the afternoon, after 10 hours of labor, Maria Clara Ferreira was born. A tiny girl with dark hair and wide open eyes. When the doctor put her in Anna's arms, I cried like a child. "It's a girl," Anna whispered, looking at her daughter with adoration. "Our Mary. She's beautiful," I said, touching carefully the tiny little hand. "Just like her mother." "Oh, do you think so?" "I do. She's going to be stubborn, just like you too." Anna laughed, still exhausted from the birth, but radiant with happiness. "Do you want to hold her?" she offered. "Can I?" "She's your daughter." "Of course you can." I took Maria Clara in my arms for the first time. She was so small, so delicate. She weighed just over a bag of sugar. But when she opened her eyes and looked at me, I felt something transform definitively inside me. I was a father, a real father. "Hi, my daughter," I whispered. "Daddy is here. I'll always be here." At that moment, looking at Maria Clara, I understood that it didn't matter who had generated that child. What mattered was who was going to raise her with love, protect her, teach her what was right and wrong, be present in all the important moments of her life. And that someone was me. We stayed 3 days in the hospital. Anna was recovering well from the birth. Maria Clara nursed strongly and slept peacefully. I didn't leave them alone. I changed diapers, gave baths, kept watch during the night. "You're going to be an excellent father," Anna said one of those dawns, watching me cradle Maria Clara, who had colic. "Do you think so?" "I'm sure. Look how you take care of her, as if she were my daughter, because she is." "John, can I tell you something?" "Sure." When I was pregnant, I was terrified of looking at her and remembering how she was made. But now, looking at her in your arms, I only see love. I only see family. That's what she is, family. "And me?" Anna asked softly. "How do you see me now? As my wife, mother of my daughter, woman of my life? Even knowing everything about my past, my fears? Anna, your past made you get to me. Your fears taught me to be patient. And now we have a beautiful daughter and a future ahead. What else matters?" Anna cried with emotion. They were tears of gratitude, of love, of relief at having finally found her place in the world. We returned to the ranch on a sunny Thursday. Maria Clara was sleeping in the baby car seat. Anna was radiant despite her tiredness. The house smelled good. Mrs. Lords had come to clean everything and leave food ready. "Welcome home," I said, helping Anna out of the car. "Our home," she corrected. "For the first time in my life, I have a real home." The first months with Maria Clara were intense. Sleepless nights, crying from colic, nursing every 3 hours. But they were also the happiest months of my life. Seeing Anna taking care of her daughter with so much affection, hearing the babies cry, filling the house with life, feeling that I finally had a complete family. Anna proved to be a natural mother, patient, loving, dedicated. She sang lullabies that her grandmother had taught her, talked to Maria Clara as if she understood every word, protected her daughter with the fierce instinct of someone who knew the evil that exists in the world. "She's going to grow up knowing she's loved," Anna said, cradling Maria Clara. "She's never going to go through the fears I went through." "Never," I agreed, "because she's going to have a father and mother to protect her. And siblings too, who knows?" Anna said, looking at me differently. "Siblings? Wouldn't you like to have more children?" "I would, but only if you want to." "I do. I want to give Maria Clara siblings. I want to fill this house with children running around the yard." "Then let's fill it." "But," Anna hesitated, "for that I would have to be able to." "Anna, there's no rush. When you're ready, if you ever are, we'll see. And if you're never ready, Maria Clara is more than enough to make me happy." "I want to try," she said courageously. "Maybe not now, but I want to try to overcome my fears. For you. For us. Only if it's for you too. Don't do anything just for me. It would be for me, because I want to be a complete woman for the man I love. You're already complete, Anna, the way you are." 6 months after Maria Clara's birth, on a warm September night, Anna came to our bed wearing a white nightgown that I had never seen. She was nervous, but determined. "John," she said, lying down next to me, "I'm ready." "Ready for what?" "To be your woman for real, in every way." My heart raced. Months waiting, respecting her time, and finally Anna was ready to take that step. "Are you sure?" "I am. But you're going to have to be patient with me. I may freeze, I may be scared along the way. If that happens, we stop, no problem at all." "Promise." "I promise." It was slow, with all the care in the world. Anna trembled at first, had moments of tension but didn't give up. And when it finally happened, when we finally became husband and wife completely, she cried, but they were tears of joy, of liberation. "I did it," she whispered afterwards, snuggled in my chest. "I finally did it. How does it feel?" "Whole. For the first time in my life, I feel like a whole woman. Because you always were. Now we're a complete family," she said. "Real husband and wife, with our daughter, our house, our life." "Our life," I repeated. "Our family." 2 years later, Peter John Ferreira was born. This time, the pregnancy was peaceful, without fears, without escapes. Anna lived the gestation with joy. Maria Clara kissed her mother's belly every day. I made plans for the future with 2 children running around the ranch. And when Peter was born, strong and loud, I understood that God had a plan for our family from the beginning. First, he sent Anna to me, hurt, scared, needing care. Then he gave us Maria Clara, a result of suffering but raised with love. Now he gave us Peter, a result of the true love that had grown between us. "Now we have 2 children," Anna said, with Peter nursing at her breast and Maria Clara sleeping in my lap. "Our children," I corrected. "Both of them." "Does Maria Clara know that you're not her biological father?" "She does." I told her when she asked why she didn't look like me. I explained that there are blood fathers and heart fathers, and that I'm her heart father. And what did she say? She said she prefers a heart father because a heart father chooses to stay. Anna smiled, her eyes shining with emotion. What if one day she wants to know about her biological father? I'm going to tell her the truth, at the right age, in the right way, that she was made without love, but raised with much love, that the important thing is not how we come into the world, but how we live in it. Do you think she's going to understand? I'm sure. Maria Clara is smart just like her mother. She's going to understand that family isn't just blood. It's care, it's protection, it's love every day. Today, 5 years after that afternoon when Anna appeared at my gate, I look at our life and I admire the ways of God. I have a wife that I love more each day, 2 children who are the reason for my existence, a prosperous ranch where the sound of children playing echoes. Anna has become the woman she always had the potential to be. Strong, confident, loving. She still has her scars, she always will, but she has learned that a scar isn't a defect, it's proof that she survived. She plays guitar now, teaches Maria Clara to sing, makes bread that is famous throughout the region. Maria Clara grew up knowing she is loved unconditionally. She is a smart, courageous girl, protective of her younger brother. She has her mother's eyes and the stubbornness of both parents. She doesn't ask about her biological father anymore. I think she understood that a real father is who is present every day. Peter is the joy of the house, playful boy, glued to his father, in love with his sister. He's going to grow up in a stable family, surrounded by love, knowing that family is a choice, not just destiny. And me? I learned that life always gives us a second chance when we least expect it. That love can be born from the most unlikely situations. That being a father is not a matter of blood, but of presence. That family is who stays, who cares, who loves without conditions. Every afternoon when work is over, I sit on the same porch where Anna first appeared. Now she sits next to me. Maria Clara plays in the yard. Peter sleeps in my lap. The sun sets the same way. The crickets sing the same song. But everything is different. What are you thinking about? Anna asks, seeing my gaze lost on the horizon. About that afternoon when you arrived here, crying on the road with nowhere to go. I was lost, she says, lost and desperate. And now I'm home. For the first time in my life, I have a real home. We were both lost, I reflect. You running from a bad past, me buried in a loneliness that seemed to have no end. And God brought us together. God brought us together. I agree. In the most unlikely way possible. Do you regret anything? I regret not having met you sooner. Anna laughs, gives me a kiss on the face. Peter stirs in his sleep. Maria Clara runs after the chickens. Life happens simple and perfect around us. John, Anna says, suddenly serious. What's wrong? Thank you. What for? For having saved me. For having believed in me when not even I believed. For having given me a family. You're the one who saved me, Anna. I was dying of loneliness and didn't even know it. Then we saved each other mutually. Saved each other mutually, I repeat, and created a beautiful family. The sun finishes setting, the sky turns orange. Maria Clara comes running, wants to be held. Peter wakes up and smiles at his mother. Anna sings softly a lullaby. I stand there, holding my family, grateful for every moment that brought me here. Because sometimes life teaches us that it's not where we start that matters, but where we end. It's not where we come from, but where we go. It's not what happened to us yesterday, but what we choose to do today. Anna came to me broken. I was lost in loneliness. Together we became whole. Together we built a family that no blood, no law, no tradition could have done better. Because family, real family, is this. It's who stays when everything collapses. It's who reaches out a hand when you're down. It's who believes in you when you can no longer believe in yourself. It's what we choose to be for each other, every day, until the last breath. And on this ranch in Harmony Creek, Oklahoma, surrounded by open field and endless sky, 5 people who met by chance and chose each other out of love continue writing their story. A story that began with tears and fear, but that continues with laughter and hope. A story that proves that every sad ending can turn into a happy beginning when you have the courage to start over and the heart to love. And while the crickets sing outside and the stars appear in the sky, our family sleeps in peace, safe in the love we built together, protected by the certainty that whatever happens, we will always have each other, because that's what true love is. It doesn't promise it will be easy, but it promises it will be forever. Sometimes life breaks us not to destroy us, but to teach us that we can be rebuilt with something even stronger: love.